Well, Sam, your job for being a guest was to bring a topic. What did you want to talk about?
I was not aware of. I knew it was called Gents Talk Current Events. This is not by any stretch of the mean a current event, and by that I mean this is going back hundreds of millions of years. Okay,
hundreds of millions of years.
This is Gents talking.
Past events
years
that come current. So I didn't know. So there was something that I had seen recently. Do you guys know Vsauce on YouTube?
Yeah, I do.
He just posted a new video, and he was talking about how you have ghosts, whether that be your physical ghost, social media posts, your memories that people have of you, and how those different ghosts go away after a certain amount of time. And then he started talking about how animals would evolve to do certain things. Some examples. A giraffe was given the gift of a long neck so that it could eat the leaves at the top of the tree that no one else was eating. Natural selection. Natural selection selected polar animals to have white fur because nobody ate the snow. So he brought up the topic that all that time ago when humans were just becoming intelligent, that natural selection gave them imagination.
Okay.
Because I don't remember exactly what the term was, because there was ambition or something that was not being taken hold of. So since that point, humans have not relied on evolution and natural selection to take care of them. Humans now rely on resolution because we are smart enough to handle our own problems.
To fix the problem.
Instead of waiting tens of thousands of years for our body to fix it for us. That's why...
Or eliminate certain people.
Correct.
Or eliminate
the problem
issues.
right
but
then and there.
you're going at it from the point of view that humans did evolve from something else. Is that your thought process?
Whatever it may be. Just the natural evolution of animals.
Animals compared to humans.
Correct.
Animals evolve like a turtle.
So he could almost be making the argument that humans did not evolve.
But they've always been resolving, not
humans
evolving.
have evolved to this point, and since then, what has changed physically in us humans besides our overall intelligence? Because we are not evolving, we are resolving.
Okay, so you wear glasses, you wear glasses, you wear glasses.
We have solved the problem of horrible eyesight.
I don't wear glasses.
Right.
If your thoughts are right, and we would have let natural progression and evolution
should have eliminated us.
Eventually, you couldn't find food. You couldn't
something would have
survive.
happened.
Shoot something.
So then natural selection would have kicked in, and there would have been a super gene where you can't have bad eyesight anymore.
So it would only be the guys left that has good eyes.
Right.
And we'd be reproducing. And
so what do you think the very first, what is it called?
Resolution. Right, Sam?
What do you think the fire?
We're cold.
I need to fix the guy. The one side guy was like, "Why should I wait around to do this?" He's like, "I think I'm gonna take this stick and I'm gonna tape something to it because he has an imagination now. So now he can critically think about certain topics. Because like the car, you had to have the first person to come up with the car. He just had to think, I'm gonna take these three components that we've already used, like the wheel was a big one, because they're solving their problems. How can I get around better? I want to make the wheel. Well, now that I've got that, I need to get super far. So now let's do trains. Horses, buggies. They keep solving the next problem after one's been solved. They are not physically evolving because they're using everything else around you to solve the problem. So I just thought that was an interesting point.
It is a very interesting point.
Not that, I mean,
probably
it's just,
going all the way back to, I would imagine that humans used to hunt and gather.
And now
the first human that decided, instead of us gathering these nuts and berries and stuff, let's plant a garden. That had to be pretty epic.
Right. The first person that you walk into his little plot and he's got a little tiny garden and he's like, this is all I need for the whole year or whatever. I got my animals. Instead of me having to go kill them, I'm going to use them and breed them.
The Indians at the time, they would move with the buffalo.
Right.
So instead of doing that, now we're going to just locate
the buffalo here.
Buffalo. We're going to have them. But that is something that has always been, that is just what has always happened for humans, but it's just really cool to be able to captivate it into an idea.
Finally, that's the first time I've thought about it and I was like, that sounds
sense.
correct.
But have you seen, but animals in some ways, have you seen the crow?
Yes, they're incredibly smart.
And put it in the water. Have you seen that video?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It takes a piece of bread.
Mm-hmm.
So someone gives it a piece of bread and you think it was going to eat it. It takes the bread down to the water and there's fish in the water. and it puts the bread in the water.
No way.
Fish
And it
come and
does it like 3 or 4 times, taking the same piece of bread out, putting it back in,
What?
and then the fish came up, and boom,
Got the fish?
So crows are incredibly intelligent.
it was
Well, it's the
fishing.
same thing.
It was
but
fishing.
Raccoons, they wash their food. They clean their food. There are some animals that have that. But
So, could they become?
the next human?
Well, I'm just
Crows?
but
It's
right.
interesting.
It's just an interesting thought because, really, like I said, nothing physically humans haven't changed. There's
I
not
mean-
a subs. There's not a because
We've gotten
there's
taller.
there's 15 types of birds nowadays, right? There's one species of human.
Mm-hmm.
There is not 5 species
Because they all have different characteristics that make them live and be in
because
certain
we're all
areas
we
and-
are just humans. It's not we're not crows and blue jays and this.
But, I mean,
and that.
it can be compared to everything in your life. Like, I should have calluses I mean, I have slight calluses, but I wear gloves at work. My hands should be rugged and tough because I'm working with pallets. I'm picking
Because we
stuff
put
up.
gloves on.
But I put gloves on. My feet, I'm wearing shoes. My feet should be, those people say you should go barefoot. And my feet should be calloused. I should have better balance. But I've resolved the issue of pain in my feet to put shoes on. I wear certain clothes. We couldn't live in certain climates if we didn't resolve the issue of I need to be putting more
Because if
clothes on.
a human could never survive in the cold, there
But
would
now
not
we-
be humans there at all.
Yeah, but there is.
During that time.
And there's and humans have expanded to every continent Antarctica, you have a very, very limited amount of humans.
Right.
But we've now been able to literally expand.
But now our next issue is overpopulation of the earth, whatever that may be, resources. I mean, the next step for humanity is another planet. So that is our next, how do we resolve this next issue? Is to become,
But we may be resolving it ourselves, because you sent me something about, or Dominic did, about how the population, to continue growing, you need to be at 2.1 children. And the United States is at like 1.7, 1.8. So for a country to continue to grow, you have to have immigration,
Or you have to have more babies.
or you have to have more babies.
And
But
right
since
now-
we're not having more babies,
And that's another topic that is a very touchy one. But I also read that right now in Europe, for every 3 babies that are born, 1 is being removed through abortion. So that also goes into your idea of population control, and not control, but population issue is that has become such a big
unless
issue.
we have another generation that comes along and says, we want to
okay,
have
Duke.
bigger families again.
It's okay,
Right.
I see him.
well, so in China, based on the same thing, I supposedly,
It's okay, Duke. I
You're
see
all right,
him.
buddy.
Little timeout here while Duke makes sure everything's okay.
What were you saying about
but
China?
in China, supposedly, when in your hierarchy of age, you want it to be a pyramid, more young, or sort of a pyramid that peaks at the top, because you want to have more 20s, 30s, 40s than you do 50s, 60s, and up. China is the opposite way. They have a ton of old people that are leaving jobs, and they don't have the
because
current
they've controlled
their population so hard that people are, and I don't know this, of course, this is not
you're
anything
fine.
intelligent. People are predicting that China will have a horrible collapse within the next 10 years, and that they cannot come back from
because they just can't sustain
because they will
themselves.
not, they don't have the people to do it, the work,
Hmm.
that of all the people that are leaving, because you want to have more people coming in than they're leaving, and it's the opposite.
So has their resolve, because they were controlling the population because they weren't able to handle the population with food and with China's it's a communist country, so they're also wanting to be able to control a little bit easier. When you have a large mass population, you can't control them as easy. So their resolve ended up being the opposite.
demise.
It was their demise. They tried to resolve the issue. So a resolve on that grander scale, maybe not the physical features of a single human being or a small group of people, but when you're talking about a world, you're talking about a country, a resolve could be the worst, could be their downfall, like what you're saying. And that's another really crazy thought.
Or
That-
maybe that was the ancient Egypt. They resolved so far, because I feel like that civilization was much more advanced than what we give them credit for. If you can make a pyramid, if they made it, I still think aliens did. You laugh, but
it's a conspiracy. And right now, there's
I'm
more
sure that
conspiracies
it
coming
is-
true than there is non-conspiracies true.
and I'm sure that there's a file that the FBI is going to release on the pyramids.
It's an ancient tablet.
Yes.
Just like they're going to release the Epstein list.
On a basis of, I don't know, maybe it doesn't work this way, but in today, some of the people that are more successful, do they just resolve better?
Yeah.
Or does it not work that way?
I mean, that's a very minor skill. Like you have like when you're thinking about evolution and you
Because there's just some people that can't solve problems,
I feel like
right? They can't
I feel like people
get
that
out
are
of their own way.
that are better multitaskers and they just handle situations or stressful situations, something that I can do not even thinking about it just comes natural to me, could be extremely overwhelming and anxiety for you.
Correct.
So you're not going to go down that path.
Correct.
Like, I've been in sales all my life. It doesn't stress me out. I like the idea of who am I going to meet, who's going to see the value of my product, what can I do to benefit their business. That
I might not be able to do that.
could just be like, whoa.
And that's so funny because I was in sales ever since I started my business. That was sales. I had to generate sales. It was a different type of sales. And then I was in roofing sales. And then I was in car sales. And then I was in insurance sales. It's so funny because I'm done with sales. I don't want to have to put that, which you're not putting a face on, but you have to have that smile. You have to have that grin, the new people, I'm over it, which is so funny that you're not. Unless I was making a lot of money, I do not want to get back into a sales environment because I'm salesed out. I'm done doing that type of an industry, and it's just very interesting that you've been doing it your whole life, and it's let's go.
Well, not so much like let's go, but I just feel like I'm not.
But it's gotten easier for you.
Yeah, I'm not bothered by it, or I don't stress about it.
Some of the things that when you first started that would have really hung you up.
Yeah.
Now you know how to
Now it's
handle
like,
it.
hey,
So to go back on your question, so are those people that are intelligent and successful resolving better? I think it's not that fact. I think it's the fact that humans aren't being naturally selected
to be
to
eliminated.
die,
Yeah.
so that the rest of the population can flourish. I think we're at a standstill where where everyone lives so well in these first world countries and things that it doesn't matter if you are the stupidest person on the planet, you are going to be alive to breed and create potentially more stupid people, so that the ratio of stupid to smart will potentially stay consistent forever.
Which we are probably the only species that really
Because
keeps our weak.
because the animals will kill
And tries to
the
help the
runt
weak.
of the mill or whatever.
I mean, a mom will realize that a baby's got an issue, and now I am not by any means.
Yeah. This is going down a whole path.
I'm not by any means saying we should start doing that. But what I'm trying to say is that we are the only species that does that because we have morals, we have ethics.
Correct.
There's value to life.
we are not fighting for life and death.
Yeah.
Now we are fighting for
Prosperity.
correct.
We're fighting for a better tomorrow. We're fighting for a better future. We're fighting for our children. The other species are fighting for their children in a reference of, I just want them to live.
Right.
You know what I mean?
interesting.
And not even that, but just circumstantial. If you really want it, if people are continually born and created in bad circumstances,
Eventually
good
it would fix
circumstances.
itself or eliminate it entirely. So, like, are there wild cows now in the United States?
In the United States, I have no idea, but I would assume elsewhere there's wild cows.
Correct, but in the United States, cows are not. They are not domesticated animal, but they are not. You don't see just cow like holy cow, that's a wild cow. You'll
Holy
never see
cow,
that.
it's a wild cow.
You know what I mean?
That's great.
So cows in the United States have had a disadvantage because of our intelligence.
You couldn't release them, and you could maybe. I don't know.
Right, but you know what I'm
They've
saying.
been de-resolved. We've de-resolved
We've
them.
de-evolved them.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Me neither. I'm just
here for the
enjoying my cigar.
cigars.
Just here for the cigar.
No, that's a great point.
So-
I really appreciate
That's an
that.
interesting way to look at it.
It's going to change the way I view everything now.
If I'm invited again, I'll make sure I bring a current topic.
Oh,
that's
no,
okay.
it's great.
I like this. We need to do topics that are just
Basically, what we need to do is we need to tease what we're going to talk about in the next episode.
One time
and that's the
we are
moon
gonna-
landing.
yes. That's what I was just going to say.
What is it going to be?
The moon landing.
Oh,
Which just a couple of days ago, it was the 46th. No,
1969. They landed on the moon.
56th.
All I know is they landed on the moon in 1960.
60 something, right?
69, and it was just a couple of days ago. It was the 56th anniversary, 56 years ago, with the technology of a calculator. We went to the moon.
We're not talking about it.
Not
yet.
today.
But
we're
I'm going to
teasing
tell
it.
you right now.
We have a special guest for that.
the craft that they made it to the moon,
Neil Armstrong.
I don't know if I could take that from this patio right here and land it on the other side of that lake.
Take what? Sorry?
The craft that they made it to the
So
moon with.
to continue the tease, I believe we landed on the moon. If you had to say
I
yes or no,
I am a strong 50-50.
Joe, do you think we landed on the moon? Yes or no?
100% no.
Sam, do you think we landed?
100% yes.
Oh, I would have thought you would have said no.
Me?
I would have thought you would have said no. That's awesome. That's going to be a great topic. We might just do a whole episode on that.
I think we should.
We should.
I have a guest speaker for that one.
Yes, I know.
100%.
I have one guy.
That
would
what?
He just has all the information.
And he
knows.
And he. What is he? Maybe we shouldn't tell you. What
He
he
was
believes.
in
His
NASA.
uncle worked for NASA, and he knows the truth.
That's amazing. Gents talking current space events.
Well, or
From 60 years ago.
69. 1969.
Current event, 56th anniversary. Let's talk about it 56 years ago.
Current century
awesome.
events.
Well, Sam, I mean, do we have anything else to hit? I think we're pretty much good. We had a nice little string of events happening.
Yeah.
The world's popping off. But I think we're good. Sam, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
coming.
Yeah,
Joe,
thank you.
thank you for the beautiful patio. Thank you for the cigars.
birthday.
Cigars.
Thank you,
Happy
yes.
birthday.
Once again, please like, subscribe, comment. If you have a topic you'd like us to touch on, you have a
Comment.
question of the week you'd like us to hit, like we talked about, what's your biggest regret? Please hit us up. We'd like to interact. If you think we're wrong, let us know. We would love to be able to interact with those that happen to be watching us, and we just hope you enjoy.
Any single ladies out there? There's 2 single guys here. Comment,
Subscribe.
send pics.
Say, that's a real question. Are you subscribed to our YouTube channel? He's questioning it. That means no. I'm highly offended. Why do we invite him?
I don't know.
I don't even know how to find our YouTube channel.
He's a part of it and he doesn't even know. Wait, this is a YouTube channel?
Wait, we have a YouTube.
We're recording? I'm just here to smoke a cigar.
No, that's great. Thank you,
All
gentlemen.
right. Good night.